and gentlemen, please welcome the CEO of Direct Marketing Association, Mr. L.M.Kimmel.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to DMA 2011. I guess it's time to get started. For many years, one of my favorite phrases was, "The time is always now." In fact, for many years, there was a store in New York with that name. Now, that particular store no longer exists. I guess its time has passed. And yet this notion that tomorrow never comes, that we need to seize the day, that at any point you may hear a thought or an idea that can transform the way you think and catapult your business. Or you may meet someone who can literally change your life. That idea lives on. Maybe if we open our minds, over the next couple of days, we can have one of those magical moments. Now that would be great, because we live in interesting times, somewhere between extraordinary promise and debilitating peril. For many organizations, they seem to exist between the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. What once were invincible organizations, a BlackBerry, a Netflix, in a matter of months or even days can seem vulnerable. Consumer expectations for immediacy, relevancy, transparency, and value has never been greater. But here's the good news. If we pull together, this could be, this should be, this can be our time. Today, I want to take a little bit of my time, a little bit of your time, to discuss these times and real time by taking you on a journey through time and start by taking you back in time. So let's do that. Let's go back in time right now. In case you don't know, that is the universal sound effect for moving back in time. What I want to do now is take you back a year when many of us were together at this event last year in San Francisco. And that right there is me on stage talking to you last year. Not my favorite picture. But I got to tell you, doing this job, sometimes that's exactly how I feel. I asked my assistant Joanne, I said, "Joanne, can you find another picture of me on stage from last year?" She said, "Yeah, let me go back online. Let me see what I can find." How about this? Now, I don't know who took that particular picture, or who decided it was worth their time to put it online, but I'm not sure it exactly expresses the sentiment that I'm trying to convey to you today. Now, what I want to start by saying is exactly what I said last year. So let me remind you. What did we say? We said many of us, as direct marketers, sat for years at the kiddie table while old-time brand marketers pontificated about what they thought, as opposed to discussing what we knew. But we knew that someday the world would come to understand that we had a better approach to marketing, that taking customer insights, combining it with quantifiable data, was a superior approach to marketing. Now you look around, virtually every company everywhere uses direct marketing as a part of their go-to-market strategy, because we were right. Now, last year, I asked the question, how is it this revered, holy grail of approaches to marketing wasn't getting the kind of respect that we all believe it should. And I asked the question, now that we're everywhere, are we nowhere? As I started this particular job 13 months ago, I searched for answers. I went to Wikipedia. I typed in direct marketing. What did we find? We found that Wikipedia said it has been suggested that this article about direct marketing be merged with leaflet distribution. We found it discussed direct marketing in terms of junk mail and spam, and we said, no, that's not what direct marketing is. No, direct marketing is the channel-agnostic approach to driving maximum customer satisfaction and optimal marketplace results. It's like the Japanese philosophy of Kaizen, which means never-ending improvement. Maybe you've seen the new book, The Lean Startup. It's getting all kinds of buzz. So in that book, the author looks for the commonality among innovative companies that are succeeding. And his conclusion is that what makes for success these days is the idea of continuous innovation. Hello. Welcome to a core distinction of direct marketers that's existed for over 100 years. Great, innovative companies need the skill sets that we embody, that you understand. So in my frustration last year, I asked for us to pull together. I said, let's write Wikipedia. Let's make this wisdom of the crowds somewhat wise. And today, I am overjoyed to say that when you go to Wikipedia and type in direct marketing, you will see that we are the channel-agnostic form of advertising, inclusive of mobile, email, websites, display, catalogs, and letters, with a focus on the customer, on the data, and on accountability. Yes, we did it. Now, what I find particularly interesting about this entry on Wikipedia is that I know that I was a catalyst for the redefinition or clarification of direct marketing. And it says right here on the top, it says, this article needs the attention from an expert on the subject. I don't know why I'm on stage, maybe the expert should be. But in all seriousness, I want to say I know that we are in the right place at the right time. The facts are right here in The Power of Direct Marketing, just published by the DMA. It is in the DMA booth on the exhibit floor. Go buy a copy. Or take one free. You want one free? There you go. You know all that stuff, Bruce, so you don't really need that. Give it to somebody else. So direct marketing's percentage of total ad spend increases every year because we are about continuous innovation. You look at the return on investment from marketing expenditures for direct marketing vis-a-vis non-direct marketing spend, and you will see that we are more than twice as effective. And we, unlike they, continue to increase every year because we are about continuous innovation. So, we are pleased that the word is getting out. You are here. The best marketers on the planet, the best organizations are all a part of the DMA now. And just yesterday, joining our board are executives from IBM, from Facebook, from Axiom, from MediaMath, and some other fabulous organizations. So to our new board members, I want to thank you for your participation. Now, much of what I've just said is really so yesteryear. The sands of time keep shifting. What I want to do now is, in this journey of time, take you ahead 8 months to a presentation we made 4 months ago and show you our worldview at that moment in time. So if I can indulge you for 43 seconds, I'd like to show you this clip.
is global. LinkedIn is in. Twitter sure lives. Foursquare is there and there. But look at Facebook and gotta know SEO. Amen for SEM. Say hey to display. iPad ain't a fad. Email doesn't fail. Can't bail on the man. Not alone without a who. Wanna be on TV. And let's go with video. And what about curation, monetization, optimization, modification, organization, collaboration, application, localization, mobilization, visualization, microsegmentation, passion, inspiration.
Love that clip. Just wish it had a happier ending. You got all these fabulous techniques and channels, and then the world blows up. I think, can't we all just get along? But this world of marketing in which we live is truly crazy. Somehow, as a marketer, it's your obligation to manage the chaos and orchestrate social and mobile and email and mail and display and television, point of sale and SEM and SEO and telemarketing, remarketing, websites, insights, analytics, a myriad of agencies, suppliers, IT professionals, and marketers to deliver seamless integration across a full spectrum of channels for maximum impact at minimal cost, so that every customer experience is extraordinary every moment of every single day. And if you're like me, also make sure you get the kids to school on time. It is not easy to do customer-centric integrated marketing. You told us that. The study we published a few months ago, it said you, the greatest marketers on the planet, are trying to do integrated marketing well in terms of messaging across channels, timing of deployments, customer and prospect data, data analytics across channels. But you also said, in your own estimation, very few of us are doing that effectively. So what do we do to answer some of the most confounding questions in contemporary marketing? Who do you turn to when you have to decide allocation? With so many channels, where do you put your money? How do you do attribution with so many channels taking some of your money? How do you decide who has the power over analytics? How do you decide how to cost-effectively distribute data across the enterprise? Who should have the authority for all of these decisions? I want to suggest to you, the only people who should have that authority are people who are channel agnostic and focused on maximum impact for the customer and maximum marketplace results. Sounds a little bit like us. I also want to suggest to you, the only people who should be running integrated marketing programs are those who really understand the data, understand customer centricity, and understand accountability. That is us. Now you might think, well, I'm only in a part of the marketing ecosystem. How do I do all of these things? You know, there's a reason that this event exists. There's a reason that our community exists. There are lots of wonderful associations and events focused on social and mobile and search and email and word of mouth and point of sale. But right here, you get depth and breadth of understanding across the full spectrum of solutions, and that's what our community is about. You also need solutions. I want to suggest to you that there are 350 exhibitors downstairs, each one so convinced of the efficacy of their solutions. They brought their people, they brought their materials, they can't wait for you to challenge them with your biggest challenges. Talk to them. See how they're solving similar problems for organizations like yours. Work together. If we do, maybe we can fly. And maybe we can realize this opportunity, that this can be our time. Now, I want to continue our journey in time. Talked a little bit about the past. I want to talk about right now. So what do we know about us, direct marketers? We're always the ones who've always understood information about customer. But now it's so much more. Every day the social graph expands. Facebook's platformization and Google's Google Plus and so much more now gives us more information about what consumers are thinking, who they're connected to. And it goes more than that. So now with the ever expansion of mobile, we now know, and smartphones, we now know where consumers are. We know who they are, what they're doing, and where they are. That's what's required to deliver a contemporary, extraordinary experience for those you're interacting with. And you know, it's more than that. If you play tennis and you are really good, you look across the court, you see the way the ball is thrown and how the racket is cocked, and you have a reasonable idea of where that ball is going to come. Anticipation is inclusive of the cutting edge. It's about being able to rescore your data based on the last click, so the presentment of next click is that much more relevant. It's about a call center who reads the ANI such that the call is directed to the right operator who has a pre-populated screen with the right information available instantaneously. I look at that photo and I think, seconds before the skier takes off, you could sell health insurance. Seconds later, you have no chance. Or maybe no desire. So what is marketing about now? It's about this. Oh, that's it. It's about the blink of an eye. I'm a former agency guy. Ran a big global network for a lot of years. 12 years ago, we win the Oracle business. The first ad the agency puts in the marketplace is about the importance of 7 seconds. God forbid your website goes down 7 seconds. You're going to lose the attention of that customer. Now 7 seconds is like an eternity. You don't believe me? Watch this. Okay, that was 11 seconds. Sorry to waste your time. But you get the idea. So there's a new music sharing service in this country that's all the rage, Spotify. Now, why is Spotify hot? They're not the first music sharing service to have over 13 million songs instantaneously available to you. If you ask the founder, he would say that it's because we're nanoseconds faster in delivering our content to our customer. And we are obsessed with being nanoseconds faster than we are now. Now, I personally can't tell you how good Spotify is. I haven't had the time to check it out. But give me a nanosecond or two, I will. And I started to think about great marketing. And I started to think about you and tonight. And maybe your question would have been a year ago, well, where am I going to have dinner? But now the question might be, is there a sushi bar within 4 blocks that everybody agrees, all my friends agree, is truly great, and will they all meet me there in 10 minutes? Well, I don't think there's a sushi bar within 4 blocks of here. So. Anyway, I started to think, is there a great example I could tell you about in terms of real-time marketing? I got this one. It was the beginning of the summer. It was really hot in New York. I decide I need a pair of lightweight summer pants. So I go to this store down the block from me. I know I haven't bought lightweight pants in at least a year, maybe 2. I see a pair I like, I pick them up, I'm bringing them to the dressing room. John, the salesperson, says, Larry, why are you going to get the green? Get the blue. You already have 2 pairs of green pants. And I'm thinking, how does he know better than I know what I have in my closet? But that's it. That's the kind of value that we need to deliver to customers. We need the data to be able to do it. We can't operate by the seat of our pants anymore. Now, to deliver that en masse, you need the people, you need the processes, you need the technology to get it done. Now maybe you're thinking, oh my God, I got enough problems in my life. Now Larry tells me I need to be far more relevant than ever, I need to be faster, I need to be predictive, and I need to be anticipatory. And maybe I can't even do real-time marketing. Maybe it's not even relevant, but he's telling me I have to be really fast. How do I get that all done? Well, that's why we exist. So, I want to tell you that first, and remind you that you have the answer. It's something that you have learned over time. That the same principles that we have discovered and honed for years are applicable in the world of real-time marketing. I read an article recently about Zynga, the gaming company that is changing gaming forever. These are the Farmville, Cityville, Frontierville guys. And in the article they say that we are a data analytics company masquerading as a gaming company. Mark Pincus, the CEO of Zynga, said, you know, the reason I'm successful this time in this business and was not in my last business is that last time I based my decisions on intuition. This time I based them on analytics. A couple of years ago I remember being amazed that people were paying cold hard cash for digital pixels in the shape of tractors. Well, sure enough, what Zynga has discovered is you're far more likely to spend cold hard cash for digital pixels in the shape of farmhouse. Every single day, there are hundreds of A/B split tests running on that platform. They're using the best practices of direct marketing. To make companies great, they need the skill sets that we embody. Now, how do you get it all done? Where do you look for answers? I am overjoyed to tell you that we are here to help. We have just opened DMA's Center for Accountable Marketing in Silicon Valley. We are there to help connect the most innovative, interesting, accountable marketing technologies with some of the great established companies, to connect East and West, large and small, so that you and they get better at building business together. Now, this idea was born and funded by the vision of these fabulous companies. They are so committed to making sure we as a collective community get even better. I please want to ask you to give them a round of applause because they deserve it. How else do you get great? See these companies? They are the most important premier sponsors of this event right here. They want to be omnipresent and top of mind while you're here. They are so convinced that they have fabulous, innovative solutions that they want you to pay attention to. Please ask yourself, as you look at every one of those logos, what is it that they can do for me and for my company? And please don't leave here without finding out that answer. I started by telling you if we pull together, we can do great things. We can do great things as individuals, but if we do some things together, there are only some things that together we can really accomplish. And that's why we are here at DMA. One of the things we are concerned about is the survival of our postal system. So last year, the postal rates had a chance of going up 10 times the rate of inflation, and we said no. And they didn't. And we said it would be great for the long-term survival of the postal system if they were more focused, like any other business, on internal costs. So if you were on the webinar with the Postmaster General in DMA last week, you would have heard him articulate many of the positions that we have had for years. Now, the Postal Service needs the authority to do what it needs to do. And they need your help, and we need your help. Go to dmaaction.org. In a couple of clicks, you can write to your senators and congressmen. And please, if you care about this issue, go ahead and do it and ask everybody in your organization to do the same thing.
we want to make sure, as we said last year, we take this postal service and make it fly right. Also, together, we want to help work on privacy and data issues. You're not alone. We're here to help with data guidance, data governance, and data legislation. You know, there are 13 privacy bills that have been introduced. We're the guys reading every word of every bill so you don't have to. I'm overjoyed that none of those bills have gained significant traction yet, because they could undermine the information economy that serves consumers wonderfully well. We need to do this together. Lastly, in terms of need. You've told us, Larry, I can't find the talent to do what we need to do. McKinsey tells us in their big data report there is a need for 1.5 million managers and analysts with data skills that the marketplace is going to need over the next 7 years. Where do I go to find it? How can your people get trained right now? Well, right now is a pretty good time, because this is a special time of year. You know what I mean?
Hey man! You guys know what time it is? Yeah, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why.
So if you are here right now, I am overjoyed to tell you that you now get the latest and greatest and updated training in social and mobile and search and email and web marketing. It's over a $700 value, and it's yours for being smart enough to be here. Beyond that, if you are a DMA member, even at the lowest corporate level, you not only get that, but you also get, what else do you get? You get a course on research and testing in marketing. And you get, these were supposed to be snowballs, they told me they couldn't do them, and database marketing. And by the way, if you catch this, you or someone on your team can become a certified marketing professional. It is 17 different modules. It is fabulous. For the last couple of years, people have been paying $2,600 for this course and have been overjoyed about it. It is now all available as a part of your membership. You can get courses on offers and propositions and on digital marketing, web, and search. And you can get a course from the Capitol Grill. Well, that seems to be worth $700. Oh, you want that right there, huh? All right, there you go. Maybe you can catch it. Kathy didn't have, hey, we did it. That's great. And what else? Well, advanced marketing and this. You know, I was at a Rod Stewart concert once. And he was an ex-soccer player, and he used to do this. So, hey, you want to throw something down? All right, let's work together here. There you go. There's a free course for you. And for you. For you. For you. And you. And you. And, hey, do I look like a Red Sox pitcher? Somebody said to me before I did this, they saw it yesterday, they said, Larry, you can't do this, you can't play a Christmas song, yet it sounds politically correct. So I tried this whole thing with dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. It didn't work. Anyway, I used to be you. I used to be a member of this organization, and I said, you know, the stuff they do in Washington is amazing. We need them. So can't I get more stuff for my organization? I made a promise to you 13 months ago. I said we would provide you more and more value, and the more we grow, the more you will get. So if you are at the lowest level of corporate membership, you now get this. Okay, wait a second. That's not what you get. I think now if you're the lowest level of corporate member, you get this. So this is for you. This is because you support this community. And again, if we're smart enough to tell other people about the importance of what we do, I promise you we will continue to grow. So every single member of DMA at every level now can get thousands of dollars of incremental value from this organization. And if you're at the highest level of corporate membership, you can get tens of thousands or maybe over $100,000 of incremental value right now from DMA. So we're doing it. We're doing this together. So if you're not a member, please do join. Get all of this. I'll give you the slide. So, what did we do today? We talked about yesterday, we talked about today, and I just want to get you to think for one moment about the future. I always think you need to see 2020. You need to understand where the world is going to go 9, 10 years from now. Seems like a complicated thing to do. But this is my favorite quote. The future is already here, it's just not evenly distributed. And boy, is that true. We know mobile wallet is coming, it's just not evenly distributed yet. We know greater utilization of QR codes is coming, it's just not evenly distributed yet. And we know that data, customer centricity, and accountability connected to real-time marketing and speed to market is going to be here. Let's capitalize on this opportunity to make sure we get to the future before somebody else does. So hopefully today, I've convinced you it is time to make time. It's time for us to do what only we can do together as a community. It's time for us to solve our issues, share our wealth, share the power of what we do, educate our young and old, connect east and west, large and small, nonprofit and for-profit, digital and analog, physical and virtual, local and global, developed and developing, direct and branding, attendees and exhibitors, your mind with the storehouse of knowledge that surrounds you, your potential and will, you and you and you and you, we can help change the world. The day is today. The time is now. You know, when I get off the stage, I want to ask every one of you to do something. I want you to turn to somebody sitting next to you. And I want you to find out who they are, why they're here, and what they know. Let's start this greatness as soon as we can. Now, I'm here to champion this cause of ours. Maybe you don't believe me. But we talked to the New York Times, Stuart Elliott, the advertising columnist for the New York Times last week. What did he say? He said, we've got a bright forecast for direct marketing. The Boston Herald wrote this week that they're bracing for a monster marketing convention. That's you. And my personal favorite from Chief Marketer is that Kimmel, DMA, returns to profitability and offers more member value. Now, it has my name up there. But in truth, really, what we've been able to do in the last year is thanks to, in no small part, the DMA staff. You know, it's half the size of it that it was 2 years ago. So they are working twice as hard to give you the value that you need. They're fabulous. Please do say thank you. Maybe you know 18 months ago the DMA was not in the fabulous shape it is in now. Several people, members of our community, have dedicated their time and stepped in to help our community, and their terms have just been completed. Chairman Steve Dapper, Vice Chairman Don McKenzie, Treasurer Glenn Eisen, who's actually Treasurer again, Secretary Susan Goodman, and every one of these other people have been board members who have just completed their terms. These people have been amazing in doing the hard work, the giving, the dedication of their time and energy while they're running great businesses to make sure you and all of us are well served. Please do say thank you. And yesterday, it was announced that Matt Blumberg is our new chairman, and Rick Irwin is our new vice chairman, and we are overjoyed to have them and look forward to a very bright future. Congratulations. day talking about urgency, immediacy, speed, that it's time to make time. And I just want to say one other thing, that I believe somehow it's time to take time too. Life is what happens when we're busy making other plans. It was 3:30 a.m. last week. I'm sitting on my couch preparing this presentation for you. My daughter, Ava, 6 years old, comes running up the stairs, tears in her eyes. She's visibly shaking. I see her in the dark. I say, Ava, what's the matter? She runs into my arms. She said, Daddy, I'm scared. I had a nightmare. I said, don't worry. We'll go downstairs to your room. It will all be okay. She says, no, I want to be with you. Fine. So we got our little pillow pad, our little blanket, and we decided we would sleep together on the couch. Now, in all honesty, in the last year, maybe I haven't taken enough time for her and my son and my family. And just before she falls asleep, her little head on her little pillow turns towards me, her eyes are still damp with tears, and she said, Daddy, this is good. We should do this more often. And I knew she was right. And I knew that together we can be stronger. There is no doubt that together we can do great things. Over the next couple of days, find the people, find the technology, find the companies to do great things. To take your business, to take your life to a brand new dimension. Don't wait, because the time is always now. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome